This is Kimmy Minor cover. 9:58. We're KUAM FM Aguon Aguon. Let's go over to the Department of Corrections, where he's sitting by right outside the compound. But you know, Major Antone Aguon is so cool. He can sit outside in front of the prison during a rainstorm and be absolutely dry. But good morning, Major.
Hi, Antone.
Unmute, Major. Unmute.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, let's just get right to it. Update on the testing is we had a bunch of officers, right? I know we spoke with you last week. It tested positive. Anything new to report, Major?
I'm right now we have 42 officers on quarantine. 8 recruits, 33 officers, 1 civilian that are on quarantine as a result of contact tracing. I have 26 officers that are positive.
Wait a minute.
7 recruits, 17 recruits, 18 officers, and 1 civilian that are positive. So my COVID status for today is I basically got 68 officers that are, or 68 staff that are offline.
How many you got working?
All the remaining that are not offline.
How many is that?
I mean, we have 200 officers.
Okay.
So
You got about
with
a
the
third.
officers that are out, we still have more than 160 some officers available.
Obviously, this is affecting
Wow.
the operations, Major. In what way?
I'm sorry, Chris. What did you say?
This has got to be affecting the
Yeah.
operations, right? So, how are you guys managing?
Yes, it is. We have reassigned personnel. I have even internal affairs now. Officers are out on the line, taking over transport. We had to suspend our incoming for the week again. We were scheduled to have it resume this past Monday, but because of the officers, all the officers that are out, we've had to suspend that operation again, just in order so we can use all the visitation staff to cover down in other areas.
What about
So go ahead.
what about the inmates and the detainees? Are any of them exhibiting symptoms, or any of them having to be? Well, I mean, they're kind of on quarantine anyway. But what have you had to do with the inmates or detainees? Anything different?
We don't, as of this point, we don't have any reported inmate or detainee being positive. Last week, we did have 1 detainee that was arrested by GPD that subsequently tested positive, but that gentleman is no longer in our custody. We did have him temporarily housed in our quarantine unit for the duration that we did have him. And those officers that transported him, those are the officers on quarantine. Those are a few of them are make up the number for the quarantine officers, because they had direct contact with this gentleman. We are doing testing today, right now, as we speak, on our 200 plus staff that are currently here. It's undergoing right now until 12 o'clock. In fact, after this meeting, I got to go up and get my test.
How are you, Major, feeling? How are you feeling? Because you coughed and you kind of sound like you're a little congested.
No, I'm fine. I just have a sore throat, but I'm fine.
And you're still working?
Aren't you supposed to stay home if you're sick?
No, I'm not. Just a sore throat from talking, I guess. My voice just got a little, But, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing inmates. We'll be doing the inmates in Manila. And then next week, we're going to test a Ganya population again, second round.
The 26 positives, are they all officers, recruits in Manila or Manila and in Hagåtña?
All the officers are from Agana.
All 26?
All 26, it's actually 25 officers and 1 civilian, but they're all from Manila.
Manila or Agana?
Manila. I don't have any officers in Agana that are positive as of this time.
Okay. And then the 60 plus on quarantine, you said they're on quarantine because they had come into close contact. Are they, who are they? Are they other staffers there, civilians, what?
For the quarantines, the ones that were close contact, I have 42. 8 of them are recruits, 33 of them are officers, and 1 is a civilian.
And have they been tested already, or are they going to get tested today?
Yes, they've all been tested. A few of them, I think, are still waiting for results. The other remaining of them have tested negative, but they're still doing their 14-day quarantine.
Okay, just for clarification, Antone, you said 26 positives, 25 are officers working in Manila, and then the 1 civilian, right, that tested positive?
The positives are 26 staff. 7 of them are recruits. 18 are officers, and 1 civilian.
The civilian also works in Manila?
All from Manila.
All from
Yes.
Manila, okay. Do you, it just seems like it's a lot of people that are out over at DOC. I mean, are you trying to get help?
From GPD maybe, or
yeah.
The guard?
I mean, no, I mean, the director is in communication with the governor's office, but at this time, with our limited operations, the fact that we've reassigned our personnel internally, at this time we are still holding strong, and at this time we're not really seeking any assistance at this time. But again, if the numbers go up, then that could change as far as us needing assistance.
This could change by tonight,
still
right?
good.
When the results come in.
It depends. Right, it depends if the results start coming in, what results start coming in, if other officers need to be quarantined. We have a few that are going to be coming back, I believe, by next week, that have been on quarantine for more than 14 days by next week. So some of them will be coming back.
I mean, you sound really calm about it, but how serious is this? Because this really sounds serious.
It is very serious, but it's again, we are working it. We don't want to panic. It's something we believe we can handle. And again, we are working with public health and GMH, and we'll do what we have to get through this. We kind of anticipated some of this, but we hoped we never got to this point.
Right.
But with the virus in the community spreading, and it was a matter of time before it started having an impact on our operations.
Right.
But again, we are staying strong and continue to move forward.
Major, you talked about testing inmates and detainees tomorrow. Is there a limit on that? Because I know when public health does their outreach, they try and cap it at 200. So how many inmates and detainees are you planning to test, and what criteria are you going to use to test them?
I have 464 in Manila and about 130 in Agana. So the bigger population is, of course, Manila, which our goal is to test all of them. So Hopefully tomorrow we can accommodate most of that. I'm anticipating if we can't get through all the Manila population by tomorrow, then we would need to complete them next week, the beginning of next week. Aganya, we can do in 1 day. We've done it before.
Have you had to do, or DOC had to do, like disinfection or sanitizing of the facilities there? Did you guys do that? Or?
We do we have our own cleaning supplies that we do disinfect. The staff and the inmates are given supplies to clean, and so there has been, we've been giving out more supplies so they can continue to clean their housing area and the working units, the control where the officers are stationed.
I'm talking about like how, over your neighbors, the Department of Youth Affairs, they called in GFD, and other agencies, I want to say, have called in the Guam Fire Department to go in there and do like the deep sanitizing and things like that. So you guys haven't had that kind of assistance, or?
No, not yet. That's something maybe the director's going to work on. I'm not sure. I know when we did the director's office here, we had to vacate for 24 hours while the sanitation took place.
Yeah.
In a lot of our units, we can't do that. We can't take out the inmates for 24 hours. Right? So that'll be a challenge to if we were to do something like that, depending on what the requirement is when they come in with the chemicals.
Was there a plan maybe that you guys had worked on to kind of address if a situation like this were to occur?
Yes, we are in discussion with the management team on how we would try to address this should we go forward with that operation. We are also working with Homeland. In fact, there's another Zoom meeting going on right now that I have to get on. Looking at the option of possibly if we need to set up a medical tent within our facility in the event the inmates start to show signs and symptoms. So the director right now is on a Zoom meeting, which I'm supposed to join shortly thereafter, to at least preliminary discussions on if that's going to be something feasible.
Well, I guess we'll let you get into that Zoom meeting. This is pretty serious over there. So.
Yeah, Major. Our prayers are with the staff, the inmates, the detainees, and with you also, Major.
Yeah.
I mean, we consider you a great partner in getting out the information. Every time we ask you to come on the link, you're always here. So we appreciate that. And are you getting tested today?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Good luck, Major. And keep us posted, okay? Anything else that you didn't tell us that we should know about?
No, nothing other than what's going on with the COVID.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nothing really new to report at this time.
Well, that was a lot. So
Yeah.
thank you for that, Major. And God bless DOC.
Stay
Thank
safe.
you.
Okay, hasta.
Whoa.
Damn, I was not expecting that.
No,
Miss a link, miss a lot.